Samsung has priced this at 65,000 rupees. This makes it one of the top tier Android smartwatch that you can own right now. But is it? See, smartwatches, they've got to be comfortable, useful, be really good at tracking health and fitness, and finally, they have to be smart. And if anything, Galaxy smartwatches have kind of been the smartest. Like, you can just tap to make payments on any credit card machine. It literally replaces your wallet. You can use it for picking up calls for, quick small conversations. You can just raise and ask questions to Gemini and get responses. It works on Google's Wear OS, so that gets you access to all kinds of apps that are made for smartwatches, and it's got detailed tracking of everyday activity and sleep and heart and many more things. But then, this is stuff that you get in all recent Galaxy smartwatches, right? What makes this the Ultra? Well, it's 4 things. The built-in design, it's got a crazy new battery, the display, and a couple of new features that's only exclusive to this watch. Let's go. First of all, guys, this is a 47mm dial. That's big, at least on my hands. And just for your reference, this is how it looks in size compared to previous Galaxy watches that are of different sizes. But what makes its design ultra are actually 3 things. First, it's an all-titanium build, so it is stronger than previous Galaxy watches. Second, this time, it's IP69K rated for water and dust resistance. And third, it's got an 800 mAh battery this time. That's 35% more than the previous Galaxy Watch Ultra. No Galaxy watch has seen this battery capacity up until now. Now, usually increasing the battery adds more weight. But I'm not kidding, guys. This is by far the most comfortable Ultra watch that I've ever worn. 2 reasons for that. First, despite being the same size as last year's Ultra and a 35% larger battery, this is actually 12% slimmer than the last year's Ultra, so that definitely helps. And second, the strap. It definitely feels lighter, it breathes better, and it has a much more comfortable skin contact. I do miss the rotating crown, but I do think it would have added to the bulk, it would have increased the size, the weight. The Galaxy Watch Ultra didn't have it, and this doesn't have either. Now, it comes in 2 body colors, a darker gray color and a lighter silver color. Though, obviously, you can just pair it with any of these colorful straps and, make it pop on your wrist. But Samsung, a matte black version of this next time. That'll look epic. Now, the other thing that makes this watch Ultra is its battery. 800 mAh. That's big. And I love it because one of my main issues with watches like these that are so feature-packed and so powerful is that they won't go on for more than 1.5 days. And this one, it lasts me 3 days with AOD turned off. That's 72 hours. So if I did have AOD turned on, that would be about 60 hours. The only thing is that it does take longer to charge, despite the faster charger this time. So if you're running low on battery and you think you can just top it up real quick, probably not. I think faster charging is something that Samsung can work on for the next time. But the battery on this thing, big win. One more thing, if in case you were wondering, like the previous Watch 8 series, this too does not charge on the back of a Samsung phone using wireless share. It needs its own charger. Alright, next up is the display. And let me not spend too much time on it because this by far is the best display on any smartwatch. It's also the brightest display on any smartwatch, which also makes it the brightest flashlight in a dark room on any smartwatch. But seriously guys, outdoor visibility on this thing is nuts. It is so good. And again, I think this is what it means to be Ultra. You just take something, you make it for the extreme, and when needed, it just works. Finally, there are a couple of features that you'd only get on the Watch Ultra 2. First, you can just raise your hand to activate Google Gemini and ask a question. I'll talk about it a bit more shortly, so sit tight. Second, there's dive and trail tracking, and it's detailed, right? Like for serious divers and trail hikers with mapping, and it even tells you when to hydrate yourself. And this diving feature, it automatically kicks in and it can start measuring as soon as you hit the surface or when you're 1 meter deep, and that's something that you can set. Third, like on the previous Ultra, you do get the action button on the Ultra 2 as well. You can configure it to any of these actions, including the ability to set it to sound a high-pitched siren to alert people, in case you're in some emergency or something, and it sounds something like this. Couple of other things that I've noticed. So we've got new animations for tracking vitals like, heart rate, stress, and blood oxygen. You get a redesigned Samsung Health app, and it now lets you nearly glance over categories specifically like, activity, sleep, heart, mindfulness, and nutrition. Of course, all of it is customizable. So, you can make certain tiles small or large, or even remove them if it's not relevant for you. There's also a new fitness index, which is like a high-level view of your overall physical fitness and endurance. And just in general, being the first Galaxy Watch to have the Snapdragon Wear Elite chip surely does make the watch feel smoother. The app launches feel faster, and just the overall experience is really fluid. But it's also how this watch makes the very little things that you do every day very easy. For example, you can just raise your watch and you can ask Google Gemini anything and get answers. In fact, you can send that response as a message to someone else. You could even ask it to set reminders, add events to your calendar, and even ask it to start a certain exercise. You could even just ask, how many steps did I take today? Or how well did I sleep yesterday? And it quickly takes you to the appropriate screen. And then, I really like how it makes certain things that I do very often very easy. For example, I can just use it as a remote to take a photo. So I hold my phone out and I just pinch like this to take a photo. I could knock twice to turn the torch on. I can dismiss a reminder or an alarm by just twisting my wrist like this, or just double pinch to answer an incoming call, for a quick conversation. You'll just need to go into settings once and configure them to your preferences, but once you're done, you're set forever. The other thing that's useful is Now bar. So it shows me any real-time activity that's going on in my watch, and I can just tap on to get into it. I absolutely love the UI. It's smooth, the tiles look nice. I love how the details are presented for everything, be it a workout or your sleep metrics. It's all very easy to, view, understand, and scroll through. And all of these pages on the watch can very easily be customized with the Wearable Companion app. So you can, reorder them, you can add more widgets to a specific page or remove them. So you can really tailor every element to your requirement. And I also find it much easier to manage or change my watch preferences and settings from within the Wearable app, and I think Samsung does a really good job with it. Now, the other good thing with this watch is that it's based on Google's Wear OS, which means all the popular apps that are built for a watch can be downloaded and installed on it. And while there are many watch faces within the Wearable app, which of course can be customized in terms of, color or complications, but you can totally just download from 1,000 more watch faces that are on the Play Store as well. But I think a lot of you would be interested in knowing how well does it track and monitor your, everyday activities like steps, workouts, sleep, and heart rate. So let me show you, because I did try to record as much data as I could. So first is activity. It tracks your steps, your workouts, daily cardio load, fitness index, like I talked about. And you can click on each of these and look at more details for the day or tracked over days, weeks, or months. Just like that, it also tracks crazy details for sleep as well. You can look at how well you slept, including all of these details. And it even shows fluctuation in blood oxygen levels, skin temperature, and heart rate during your sleep. Again, you can track this too for days, weeks, and months. And all of this works exactly the same way for your heart-related metrics like, heart rate, blood oxygen, and vascular load. And for this, you can install a specific heart monitoring app that can monitor ECG and blood pressure too. And of course, it can still measure your body composition and give you key metrics that, gives you an indicative idea about your current status. Actually, most of these things can be tracked with the Galaxy Watch 9, the previous Ultra Watch, and even some recent previous Galaxy Watches. But with this, you do get better hardware, so hopefully better tracking, and of course, that Ultra feel. Just a word of caution, guys. This is a smartwatch, okay? It's not a core fitness and health tracking medical device. So whatever health and fitness data that you track, use that as a reference. And then over time, you can see whether you're getting better or worse, okay? Just remember, it's a smartwatch first device. Just know that. Now, let's talk about the price, okay? Who should get this watch and how well does it work with non-Samsung smartphones? So, Samsung made it pretty simple, okay? One variant, 47mm with LTE, and it's 65,000. And currently, there's a 3,500 rupee cashback on certain cards that gets the price down to 61,500. It's an Ultra with an ultra price. It's as simple as that. But who should get this? Well, if you've got a Samsung phone and you want the absolute best smartwatch that can go with it, no brainer. Now, if you're on a non-ultra series, like the Watch 5 series, 6 or 7, I think you'll feel majority of the difference in the way it feels in your hand, and of course, you're gonna love that battery life. But if you're already on the Galaxy Watch Ultra, you can still upgrade, but just because you want to. Now, what if you don't have a Samsung smartphone, like a non-Galaxy phone? Well, even then, I think it is the best Android smartwatch that you can get. Certain features like, ECG or blood pressure monitoring or Samsung Wallet features like, tap and pay, that would not work with a non-Galaxy smartphone, but other than that, everything else works. Honestly, guys, there is a lot that I can talk about when it comes to this watch, but I understand that it might not be for everyone. But if you've got a specific question that I didn't answer in this video, please ask me in the comments. All in all, I think different people have very different expectations from a smartwatch. My take, don't get this just for fitness or health tracking. There are a lot of sports-centric smartwatches that can do that. Get this if you want the most complete, all-round Android smartwatch, and I'm telling you, it won't disappoint you. But yeah, that's it, guys. If you still have any questions, thoughts, comments, let me know. I'll definitely try to answer them in the comment section. And if you did enjoy watching the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, guys. Hit that bell notification icon and mark all. Really helps the channel grow. I'll see you guys in the next one.